Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am so triggered right now. Oh. Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong? What happened? Let's take some deep breaths, okay? Okay. Move that energy, all right? Just move it in, move it out. Okay? All right. What's going on? What's going on? I literally had, I don't even know if I've counted this correctly, but practically 4 to 5 different talks with my friend about not crossing a boundary with me. And I explained to her every single time in a different way, thinking that maybe I wasn't clear enough the last time I communicated because of how much they came off that they were completely ignorant and clueless to what I described to them before, and literally was leaving me with the impression that they didn't comprehend anything I communicated to them about. When I was explaining to them a boundary I wanted them to respect, and they keep acting clueless when I confront them to where it's driving me insane, and I'm questioning my own sanity about if I'm even clear enough when I'm talking, and wondering now, am I the problem in how I'm communicating? Like, the way they look at me every time I confront them about crossing the boundary that I have confronted them, they look at me so clueless. Or if it's not clueless, they'll start crying, or they'll start to make a statement to imply that they understood what I explained to them in a completely different direction than what I could swear I recalled saying in a completely different way to them. But they chose to take it in the way that they're describing it to me versus how I could swear I recall describing it to them, where it's making me feel even more crazier. That where I'm wondering if I'm mentally losing it at this point. This is some serious mind fuckery I am feeling right now. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I don't understand. And then when they respond to me, they're making me feel like I'm either doing too much, I'm reacting too much, they're not the problem, and that they're following what they were under the impression of what they were supposed to be doing, and that they shouldn't be at fault because they understood it in a different way that doesn't relate to the way I described it to them. This is starting to feel more like a word battle than someone that is actually comprehending what I am telling them is triggering me, and that I have clearly exercised and expressed what I need to be respected for a boundary in order to be able to maintain a functional relationship with them. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. What am I doing wrong? And I keep trying to rationalize that maybe they'll get it this time. Maybe they'll understand it this time. I keep trying to rationalize every decision they choose to still make after talking with them, which seems to be putting me in more stress and mental agony than peace, where it feels like I'm starting to have to fight for my peace of mind even when I'm trying to tell them I've already spoken to them about something. What? Dude, what? What the hell did I do? Okay, so this has become a circus now, just so you know. It's become a circus, and you are their entertainment at this point. The more you continue to rationalize their choice of behavior as likely them being ignorant or not comprehending what you're saying, the more you will drive yourself insane. I'm going to give you some advice. Stop talking and having the same conversation after 2 times. Most folks do 1. Most folks do none. I recommend twice. The first time is like a slap on the wrist. The second time is like a shot off the warning bow, metaphorically, because you're not going to rationalize their choice of behavior when you have those 2 conversations. Heck, even if you make it to 2, because you can choose to have 1 or none at this point once we get done with this conversation. But back to my point. It's time to be responsible now for no longer rationalizing if the person you're talking to is competent enough to understand what you're saying just because they look dumbfounded when you approach them, just because they decide to re-describe the dialogue you are aware you directly had with them, just because they decided to redecorate the technicalities of the conversation to be able to find gray areas to create their own rules while they're using the majority of what you said to integrate into their own recreated technicalities in order to get you to begin to question your own sanity. Okay? No more. No more. Okay? We're now going to approach this where no matter what they look like, no matter how their facial expression looks, no matter what excuse they say, no matter how many tears comes from those beautiful eyes, those innocent eyes, no matter how good of an actor they are in that conversation, there is going to now need to be you exercising the responsibility of you no longer rationalizing someone's personal decisions they make where they recreate what they believe you were telling them. Why I am saying this is because the more you rationalize someone's ignorance based off of their choice of reaction, the more they will exploit your patience around your choosing to approach things this way with them. And then you become your own worst enemy in that cycle where you end up where you are now. And the other piece of advice I want to add to this is when you have these conversations and you host them, however you choose. Once again, if you choose, it's time, excuse me, throat chakra clearing here. It's time to now see them as the individual character they are outside the rose-colored glasses you've placed on yourself with how you view them that caused you to believe that you need to teach someone more than hold them accountable for their choices. Regardless what area in life they're in, regardless what type of person they are and who they used to be in your eyes, it doesn't matter anymore. If they are doing something they know that triggers you, it's a conscious decision they made And they are finding technical gray areas to emotionally bait you for their own personal entertainment whenever they want to satisfy and compensate for something within themselves they feel they need to gain from watching you lose your mind, from being triggered by their choice to disrespect you intentionally and covertly in your face, while verbally claiming innocence to completely confuse your mind and trap you in this mentality of the idea that they're ignorant. That is insanity within itself. That is not something you can fix. That is not your place to fix. That is their responsibility to choose when they're ready to come out of that insanity themselves. Because a person that operates in that mindset is someone that finds entertainment in the emotional baiting and observing the emotional reaction of others through emotionally baiting them when they find out what triggers them. And the catch to this, something you really need to wrap your head around as well. People do this when they know you want a genuine connection with them. They weaponize your want for a genuine connection with them against you by using this approach with you while claiming to your face they care about you as a decoy from you seeing their true face in order for them to be able to continue.